All right, what is up, everyone? It is, what is it? Thursday, man. Thursday. A Facebook, a meta rally, right? Anyway, I hope you guys checked out my video last night. I dropped it about an hour before the market closed yesterday to give you my opinion on Meta and what it's going to do. Generally, like I said in that video, I said a lot of people, they they'll say, yeah, and if you hit this resistance, it'll go up, or it can do that, and blah, blah, and they never really give you their semi-professional or unprofessional or even professional opinion of what it's going to do. And I told you what I thought it was going to do after saying, yeah, it can hit here and do this and it, but what I think it's going to do is this, and sure enough, I was right. I'll pat myself on the back. I was in stock Twitch, right? And these guys is brutal. Gosh, I mean, woo! I mean, they ripping me a new hole. They said even sometimes a squirrel can get a nut and all that other stuff. Yeah, but they didn't like, I dropped they didn't like my video. What is it? I did Bed Bath and Beyond, right? I guess that's a meme site. They die hard Bed Bath and Beyonds or anything meme, and they just tore me up because I said it's going to zero, right? I just feel that, they're going to declare bankruptcy and the shares are going to be worthless. There's about a 99% chance the shares will be worthless, and, why? And then the thing is, they'll still trade. They'll still trade as a premium. You'll wake up and it's worthless and then it'll be going for 80 cents a share. If it kind of reminds me of Hertz, if you were to buy that, it would actually probably get bid up. It's probably something to buy, but you're just selling back and forth worthless paper. But not for me. I'll just stick with a company that I like, because I want to buy stocks. I want to put them in a portfolio and I want to hold them and watch them grow, put water on it. I'm just not the fast money kind of trader. Let's get a little BBY. I think you'll get wrecked that way. Overall, over time, it's just not going to work out. Most traders lose money, right? Most traders, 90% of all traders, they lose money. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're watching some other YouTubers or just anybody, they just lose money. So here we are. I guess I got Tesla. We can start looking at Tesla and see what's going on. What's up, Schmitty? I don't have my screen on all the time. You said you was head to bed when you dropped that video. So yeah, go check it out, man. I think I nailed it. I watched this one guy's video and I put in the comments, I was actually trying to promote my video. I was like, man, how are you on the other side of the trade? It was obvious that it was going up, and then he's like, oh, sure, say that when, the videos, after they report earnings. I was like, no, I dropped my video before earnings, but I was really just trying to promote my video anyway. But he's probably okay. I don't know. I think I was thinking it would go higher. It was just the relative strength of it, man. It was fighting everything off and it just didn't care. It didn't care about what was going on. It didn't care about Snapchat's earnings. It just was like going higher. And it's almost like it's just telling you maybe someone got inside information that the stock wanted to go higher. Now, let's talk about, let's go to it now. I'll go back to Tesla. Where it's going to open at, I think it's probably a sell because it's hitting this upper resistance, right? Where is it? Okay, it's going to open at 182. Let me go pull up this. Let's see if I can draw what it's going to open. Yeah, right here. See that? Right? Oh, I got the wrong line on, damn it. All right, so it's going to open right there. Look at that, right at that premium resistance level. Let's go ahead and really make that a wide right there. Let's go ahead and change that color. Can I do that? Yeah. There we go. That's where it's going to open right there. And I think there's going to be a lot of selling. That's right at resistance. I have a feeling when it opens, it'll just trend down. I don't think it'll go higher than that today. If it does, man, that's wow. Right. So now I don't like it. But over time, I do like it. So short term, I don't like it. Right. It's going to open here. I mean, that's heavy resistance, even to back here. Right. So stocks have memory. Right. So all these guys that was holding the bag here, they're going to be selling, right? These are the guys just selling into today as soon as it opens up. Woo! Woo! Whoo! I got out, man. I was in at 175, 200, and it went down to what? $91. I ain't think I'll ever get my money back. Whoo! I got out of there. So that's who they're gonna be selling it to, and so it might gyrate a little bit around there. But if it does basically break through that, I don't know. You can buy the stock a lot lower. I think that they're doing that buyback. I think that's huge, and it sounds like Mark Zuckerberg is kind of backing away a little bit from the whole Meta thing, and just taking his time, and the whole AI doesn't want to rush into it, and so it sounds like maybe they're trying to get some shareholders back and reevaluate the destruction they did to their own company by spend. These guys were spending billions a quarter for nothing, and it's nothing. So maybe they reevaluate and then taking a different step. Finally listening to the shareholders, so I think it's still early. I mean, I know it's up from, it basically is going to be up 80% from the low. Oh, actually a little longer than, 6 months at 90. It's going to be up 100% from the low. But damn, this thing was down there. All right, so let me see. Go from here. Right, this thing dropped 75% off the high, and then now it's saying a 75%. Did I get that right? I mean, it's almost it's saying 75% from the low of 70, but I'm showing the low was 90, right? Oh, because it didn't open yet. It's going to open up here. Yeah, so it's going to be 100% off the low. Stochastics looking good. Yeah, I think you could maybe wait for a pullback. You could buy a little now. I don't know. But if you enter Facebook, the low is in. Let's put it that way. The low is in. Anyway, JRH, what's up with Tesla? 186 in pre-market. I don't know. I started with that chart up. I think it's because I always have it up. I'm just looking at it, right? I'm just always looking at it since I'm so invested in it. Wow. I don't know. I heard that Elon Musk was responsible for developing that ChatGPT. And I'm just saying, anything that seems ChatGPT now is just skyrocketing. You seen the video, and so maybe that's where this premium is coming from. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Hold on. Oh, I forgot you got the key. I am talking. Yeah, I am live. The girlfriend is in the house. Anyway, yeah, I forgot she had the key. See, I can't be doing anything in here because she just come right in. She popped right in there. She said, make it very clear. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, 186, man. I'll take it. Is that a new high, a recent high? Yeah, because this last candle was 183, so it's going to open at a recent high. I'll take it. I think it's still early. Look at the stock. It's still early to get into Tesla off the lows. How high does it go? I don't know. I just know over the years to come, it's going to be a lot higher. Let me tell you something. The market, and I got truck drivers in here. The market is not giving that semi any due. They're just not. I mean, that is groundbreaking. We know trucking, the number one expense is fuel. And if you can get rid of that, what is, oh, that's my, can you hit the power button on my, just hit the power on the wash machine. It's the one on the bottom. Anyway, so, if you could, yeah, I mean, what trucking company won't be interested in that? So I just think it's huge, and no one else is even trying to do it, so, that alone, I mean, forget the cars, the trucks. These are people that got these are people with big, deep pockets, so they're gonna ready to buy them things, Yeah, I just don't think it's not giving its due, and they're gonna really be pumping out those trucks in November, December, somewhere end of the year. Pepsi's got some now, and yeah, they're gonna be pumping them out along with the Tesla pickup truck is coming out. I really think that thing. I didn't like it. I hated it. I was like, yeah. But when Elon Musk drove it in New York City, it just looked different. In New York City, I was like, holy shit. It just, when you actually see it driving through the streets, it's definitely a looker, So I think that's going to make some waves as well. That drops, I think, in a couple of months or something. Right. So, I look into it. There's so much things going on, and I can't memorize everything about the company, but I just really think they're making waves. He could land 2 rockets that went to space damn near on the same pad upright at the same time. I mean, the dude's a genius. I don't, he's just thinks way ahead. I just want to be involved. Okay. And I'm not surprised if that's true, if he had something to do with ChatGPT. If you think Bitcoin will go up over time, what is your thoughts on Bitfarm? I don't even know what that is. What's Bitfarm? You have to educate me. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I heard Ray Dalio. I meant to throw a tweet out there. I'm trying to get my social media more going. He said on CNBC today, yeah, he doesn't really like Bitcoin, but he's surprised it's hanging in there and blah, blah, blah. But, money is going to go get destroyed. And we need a currency. We need a digital currency that's not Bitcoin, but that you could store value. That, I'm like, you're talking about Bitcoin. What are you talking? So what, are you going to make your own coin? I think a lot of people's going to be proven wrong, and these are going to be the same people that's going to put money in. They're going to be the same people that's going to be buying it, when after we already bought it. So many people just, especially with big voices, are dropping their opinions, and they didn't even do 10 hours of research on it. They're just like, yeah. And that used to be me, but I don't have a big voice, so I can do that, but you just study a little bit and see and learn about it. You're like, wow, this stuff is amazing. This is the greatest thing since forever. This is the greatest technology ever. So that's how I look at it. And it's early. It's like pre-internet days when no one knew what broadband was, or dial up, and putting your credit card in the internet. I'm gonna put my credit card in it. Are you crazy? Remember those days, babe? Oh, she's busy.
What?
I said, remember those days where people was afraid to put their credit card on the internet to buy something?
Vaguely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got me a young chick. She said vaguely. I vaguely remember that. Anyway, that used to be the deal. I ain't putting, Amazon used to just sell books, and you can't sell no books, so let's go right there to Barnes and Noble and buy a book. It's back in those days, Bitcoin, Why would I buy a book and wait a week? Because they didn't have the 2-day shipping back then. And wait a week for it to come. When I can go right there to Barnes and Nobles. What's that other bookstore? The Walden's Books. And get a book from there. Companies are damn near out of business. Books A Million. I think there's still some of those around. There might even be some Barnes and Nobles around. I used to go to Barnes and Noble. I used to go to the bookstores and just read the books and sit in the chairs. It's a nice little environment, but why? You don't gotta do that now. Yeah, did you? It's just a nice little place to chill. You know what I mean? Anyway, anything you guys want to talk about? So yeah, we can look at. Okay. I talked about Meta. I just think it's. You can get in. It's gonna open right up there against resistance, man. I don't even know. Yeah, sell calls on it. buy puts. Here's the thing: when you do those things, when the market just opens, the premium, you're probably best selling a call versus buying a put, because the premiums are so pumped up. You could be buying premium. And even though the stock is going down, the value of your puts not going up, if you know what I mean. So because the implied volatility is just being sucked out, so you just got to be careful at all times with puts. It's always better to sell them, by the way. Options, it's always, what is that? It's always better to sell them. So let's say Apple reports today. I'm probably going to drop videos. I'm trying to just drop a lot of videos. All right. So I'm blowing up your feeds. If you got the bell hit, I appreciate it, but just bear with me. Okay. I'm just going to be dropping videos, especially in earnings season. And I got time. Yeah. I got some days off from work finally. right? So I could just sit here and make videos like most people in their mom's basement making videos and becoming stock gurus, living with mom in the basement
If they have the time.
because they have the time. They don't have jobs. Anyway, um, Apple is gonna report. You know, I was looking at the the gosh, I can't, the gains yesterday for the most part of all like the tech stocks. Apple was kind of weak, man. I was like, damn, Apple did not move. Not compared. I mean, Amazon was up 5%. Everything was up 4 to 5%, and Apple, I think, was up barely a percent. It did not participate. So it goes back to that thing about the relative strength, and you know how I was liking Meta going into earnings, but I don't know about Apple. I mean, why didn't it not participate? You know, so it's hitting right up here. Right now, it's 148. It's up at $3. I think it's up more now than it was yesterday. But them Nasdaq, man, the Nasdaq is rocking today. It's gonna be up. Let me see. Open my CNBC app. Even though I got it right there, I don't know why I didn't just pull up the thing. So the futures, wow, Nasdaq futures is up 1.92%, almost 2%, 238 points. The Dow is only up 22. The S&P is up 30. You know what that is? That's people jumping out of them industrial stocks trying to get back into tech. You know, it's sparked by Meta, sparked by the Fed, and then like, yep, sell my cat. You know, sell my Dow Chemical and sell my J.P. Morgan and stuff. Let's get back into the tech stocks. It's time. You know, so that's what's happening to at least today. And you know that might take some time to, you know, basically it won't be a 1 day event. It's gonna, some people it's gonna not be believers. Oh, we're still, you know, and then they're just gonna slowly have to dive back in. I mean, people bailed on tech, man. They always return to tech. I was so happy with the downturn. Like I said, you wasn't seeing the gains in your portfolio, but you had time to kind of keep buying and buying and buy low, buy low, buy low. You know, and now, you know, Meta's up 22%. You know, we're missing those lows. You know, you could have had Meta at 90 whatever dollars. It's going to be $200. And, you know, they'll come up fast. These are, was once great company. They still great companies. These are the people, these are the companies that's going to take us into the future. Right. So I'm not bailing on them at all. So that was Apple, right? It's right there. And we're going to find out today. That's for sure. Let me pull up the daily chart. We are going to find out today. It's opening up at 148, just over the downtrend. I don't think I even got this drawn well, but I don't think it's going to move much higher than that 148. Probably just hang out right there and wait to close. And then, oh shoot, I hit the mic. And then Google reports. Google did breach, right? Broke that downtrend line, and it's going to open up 5% higher. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's easy math. It closed at 100. It's going to open at 105, 5% higher. Right? So, yeah, it's going to be up here. Right? That's right at resistance too. I have a feeling, okay, that's two stocks, so we might have a little bit of a sell-off once stocks open. I'm not saying they'll go to flat, but you know, it's gonna be right at resistance. So that's opening. Wow, 105. Edit. Change some of these things. Let's make that nice and fat. There, yeah, it's gonna be bumping up against that. I don't see it going through it. You know, so if it does, wow, okay, I just don't think that's gonna happen. And then so the other stock that's gonna report, some Google, the other behemoth, so Amazon, right? So Amazon, let's pull that up, and that's gonna open up another $4. It's almost like three. It's probably closer to 3 to 4% at 109.62. Let's just call it 110. Which is Maybe it can go a little higher on this one. It's no really clear resistant levels. Let me see. I have to go out to the weekly, see if I can see it a little better. Where am I? Yeah, I'm gonna say it can go up to this 112. Yeah, that looks good. I have a feeling when it closes today, it'll be at 112. They'll bump right there and see what happens with earnings. And the way it's been going, I mean, can tech bring us back? Can they validate the fact that it's gonna be a soft landing? Remember that term that's being thrown out there? Like, so interest rates is up. Fed's gonna talked about a little bit about maybe easing off the pedal a little bit, and people still spending from the airlines, travel, and maybe Apple say, hey, they're still buying phones, and so it's kind of showing like we're not gonna crash. It's gonna be that soft landing kind of deal, but I don't know. Here's the thing: it's not like he's gonna pivot and turn interest rates down, but if they sustain up here, it's gonna still do some damage. But we have what's that crisis? Is credit cards. Watch out for credit card debts and student loan debts and just loan debts. Debts are people are stacking debt right now, like they should be stacking sats. Bitcoin is stacking debt. So when is that gonna come back to haunt us? So it's gonna happen one day, and that would be ugly. And then they talk about this debt ceiling, the raising the debt ceiling. The Fed was like, "Yo, I'm pretty confident they're gonna raise the debt ceiling, but if they don't do it, we can't help you. It's gonna be ugly, and there's nothing I can do to stop the the effects you're gonna cause by not raising that debt ceiling, that debt limit." So the Fed gave warning to the Fed that y'all better raise the debt ceiling, because it could get ugly, and I can't help you. So maybe that will happen because he can't help, but I guess he can try to help by cutting rates, but he's saying it'll be much ugly, and you're gonna need a lot more than cutting rates. So that is on the table as well, but we'll see what happens. So there's all these stocks are going to be pushing up against their upper level resistance area. I don't know. Good things will break it through. Bad things, they're gonna get crushed. It's gonna be right at that point. And Meta cleared the way. It cleared the way for stocks to get higher. Let's see if everyone else has the same kind of result. They would all come out and say, "Yeah, we're doing buyback too." Even though it's not the greatest, we're gonna buy back the stock so they believe in what they got, in the company. It's got that reassurance. That will help pop stocks. And if tech can get going right now, I mean, this could last. This is the season too. This can last well into April, May. Regardless of what's going on with the macro economy. So but here's Amazon. We're looking at the monthly. It's still early. I mean, remember Amazon was up here, trying to breach 200. It's at 105. It's 50% off. I would love to. 50% off. You're getting Amazon, like I said, at the 2018 levels. Buy and hold. Put it in a drawer, save it, walk away, come back 10 years, 20 years from now, see where you're at. But it's early. I think it's going higher. You think we're going to revisit the lows again? I mean, if we are, I'm telling you, I just think we got a lot of problems out there other than stocks. So that is what's up. I think Starbucks reports today. Let's see, let's pull that up. Let me just check my little reporting thing. So yeah, man, I'm getting this info from StockTwits. They kind of got a nice little earnings chart, but they was ripping me yesterday. I'm Dre Trades on there if you want to follow me. It was tearing me up for some Best Bed Bath and Beyond. Wow. All right, so Starbucks. Okay, I'm looking at it now. So Starbucks reports. Wow, Starbucks is at almost all-time high. That's right. People don't drink their coffee. It's gonna open up about 50 cents higher. I don't see much happening here. Damn, could it reach an all-time high? I mean, if it does, I just don't see it blowing through. You can see the range, right? And it's almost, if it were to turn and curl here, this would be a head and shoulders, right? So that's something to keep an eye on. I love this company, right? I used to hate Starbucks coffee. Now I try to go there all the time, right, babe? Get that Starbucks. I got points and stuff. Anyway, anyway, so you got the head and shoulders trying to form. Let's see. Let me see. Not there. Not there. Let's draw it out here. And let's get rid of this line. Let's get rid of this line. Draw that line. Draw that line. Draw that line. All right. If this thing were to sink, look out. So I think they need to report good because it's going to start doing this, and that won't be good. That won't be good at all. So we need to avoid that head and shoulders pattern that's trying to form on Starbucks. Stochastic is still pointing up. I like the lines being split right there, but it's up there. That doesn't mean nothing. It could be up there forever, but as long as it don't start turning down. But it will do that if this reports a number and it's just like, oh man, I don't think they are though. I mean, China's reopening. I think it's gonna be all good, and I think it's probably just maybe running ahead of itself. I mean, the next level of resistance is the top, is the high. I'm gonna call it an area. Let's zoom in like that, and right do that, right, because I don't really see anything definite, but that area, it's there right now, and yeah, I'm just not really excited about it. I think you could get some of this on a pullback. We had the chance, and I was in that Starbucks. I was in it like, I thought it was like 100 or 80. I can't remember down here, and I got out quick. I think I was in here, and I rode this up a little bit. I was in Starbucks, Disney, Nike. Oh, these are all gifts. Boeing. I was in there damn near the 100, 111, 12. Rode it up to almost 200. And then that's when I flipped everything to Tesla. And I hated selling. I just was like, man, because Tesla was down. I just like, yeah, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be. Getting rid of the diversification model and going with the focused model. So who else? Qualcomm is reporting today. Let's look at Qualcomm. The chips, man, the chips has just been fire, right? This almost looks like a rejected head and shoulders, right? So let me see. Maybe I guess I'll draw it. Let's clear my little drawing set. Zoom in. And come on now, draw. All right, and just do. This is not the biggest shoulder, but see how it should have broke in. If it does that, like a rejected head and shoulders is your neckline. It should have dropped like that, but it didn't. It's kind of being rejected, and that can be strong. This could be a powerful move to the upside. And the stochastic is confirming we don't have the volume yet, right? And this move here is showing no volume. So that's kind of concerning. But chips has been on fire. Let's see if Qualcomm can come out and confirm, right? Because if they do, the move continues for all chips. I think AMD came out with good numbers, right? So AMD is, they down a little bit in the pre-market, down about 60 cents, but same here. They broke trend, starting to go higher. Stochastic, not confirmed yet, but maybe it will. So what do you think about it there? I like it there. I talked about it in the other video. First, I didn't like it. I started becoming a Bitcoin maxi. Well, just everything's Bitcoin and everything else is garbage. But then I just started thinking that it can have its own use. A lot of the other products are built off of the Ethereum blockchain. So you have all of them. Well, I don't know. Is it Solana? No, is it Solana's own blockchain? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I'm not really educating in Ethereum, but a lot of things is built off of Ethereum. It doesn't have to be, it sucks that it went to proof of stake, but there's use cases for it with the NFTs and that whole platform thing going on, and the layer twos that's happened on it. I think Polygon and all that stuff, right? So I just think that's why I own a little bit, because there's room for it. I don't think it's going to go away. It's not as decentralized like Bitcoin. It doesn't have a limited supply like Bitcoin. No one even knows what the max supply of Ethereum is, So, and then you got a guy out there that can just, it's not really decentralized. I mean, just by them going from proof of work to proof of stake shows it's not decentralized. And it's like, yeah, we're gonna do that. It's like being controlled, it's being run, like a company. I mean, that's what's in danger. Is it going to be classified as a security? And then what happens then? So that's one of the dangers that we have to worry about. The SEC, what was it, Gary Gensler, he already said, Bitcoin is a commodity. All right, so we're safe with Bitcoin. The others, I don't know. And then if they classify it as a security, what happens? So you have that to worry about. And but I like it. I just got a little bit. I got like $1,000 in it. That's what I got. Yeah, just a little bit. If it 5x's, I got 5,000. So if it 10x's, I got 10,000. But I think there's room for Ethereum. I think a lot of these. I'm not so much of a maxi no more. I think there could be use cases for a small handful. And I don't think they'll necessarily go away, even if they classify it as security. So, all right, they might have to register, blah, blah, blah. But then again, this is what's dangerous, So Binance, and you might not be able to trade it because then they can't be selling securities, So what happens? You can't really go to Coinbase and sell it, or how does that work? What else? Let me see what else is reporting today. Merck. Let's look at Merck. I think if I remember, this thing was ripping. Yeah, all-time highs. Now that tech is getting a little lift, does it change? Does people start pulling out of here? I don't know. It's all-time highs, and I don't like that last monthly candle. A lot of indecision there. When's the last time you seen that? Here's one here. But yeah, I would probably bail on Merck and maybe find something that's closer to the lows. And this thing is even way extended off the 20-month moving average, which is way down here, right? So Merck is going to report. I bet you it's high expectations. I don't know if they make it. It's already down $2 in the pre-market, right? So I think that's people doing exactly what I'm talking about. Just sell that and buy Meta. Your chances are, well, not Meta at this point, but you get what I'm saying. There's a lot of money to be made off of the beaten down tech, especially if the Fed lightened up and we start turning things around. And let's see what else we got. There's 146 stocks reporting today. And I can't even go all through them. I'm trying to just scroll through the list to see if there's anything that I see. Clorox, remember that? Clorox reports today. It's at the low. Not bad. I like this. This is that kind of company that you tuck it away, it's safe. I think let me see, they pay a dividend. Yeah, 3.27% yield, not bad. And you can tuck that away and just kind of ride that into retirement. Clorox is going nowhere, but it's at a good price. Look at it. It's finally all that COV thing is there. It's gone. Came back down to earth. You're getting Clorox at the same price you was in 2017. We use a lot more Clorox products today. So, yeah, I guess I like Clorox, here. It just depends on what kind of portfolio you want to run. If you're looking for growth, you probably don't want to be in Clorox. But if you're looking for stability and, yield, and that's a good yield. 3.2, yeah, get that. So stochastic slowly coming out. Notice how it's just got that slow come up. I don't like that. I like these. I want it to be pointed like it's going to space. This is almost telling you it's nowhere. And why? It's almost a similar to a bear flag. Maybe the flagpole is a little too slanted, but right, you got that going on, and see what happens. So your pole flag is consolidating, and the break is going to be kind of, it's gonna move because of this consolidation right here. So a little bit of volatility squeeze happening. Let's see what else we got going on. Clorox, CMG. I'm in the D's. Decker Outdoor. Gilead. Oh, did I talk about Google? I forgot about Google. Let's pull it up. Yeah, Google is, damn, 705. It's up 5% in the pre-market. The thing with Google, the news, I was just thinking, I said fundamentals in one of my videos, and the stock twit guys was kind of ripping me for that as well. Oh man, he doesn't know what fundamentals are. I was like, look, man, if it's not technicals, it's fundamentals as far as I'm concerned. So the fundamentals, even though I guess it's more news, who cares about the silliness? The news, with the government going after them, and Google's paying all governments. They're keeping the world alive because everybody wants to go after them and say, oh, you're a monopoly or whatever, or give us some money, and yeah, so they going after, and then the whole chat GBT, is it gonna, that would be better than Google searching. Because Google search, you got to search, and then you got to go a bunch of websites to find what you're looking for. Maybe the chat GBT might just tell you the answer instead of being like Alexa, what's chat GBT?
From computercablestore.com.
Cupid.
Category 6 cable, commonly
See?
referred to as Cat6, is a cable standard for gigabit Ethernet and other network protocols that is backward compatible.
Alexa, stop. Okay, so she's telling me about an Ethernet cable, a Cat6 Ethernet cable. The chat GBT. This is why it's going to be popular. This is why, Google is better than that. But this is why, it's just exciting that, all these time, these guys, Alexa is building a nice little, Amazon's building a nice little, what is that? Assistant, what do they call it? Whatever, with Alexa. You would figure Apple will be leading that front, but they're dumb. They're just dumb, So now imagine you get something a little bit smarter. So you ask her about the chat GBT, and she's telling you about a Ethernet cable, the Cat6 Ethernet cable. All right, so that's funny. What was I looking at? Google. Oh, okay. Yeah, duh. All right. Just now coming, okay, so we talked about the news or the fundamentals or whatever, but they're in the news lately, and it's just not, it don't have that strength like all the other stocks did. So I have that little gap here where that's the next resistance level. It's kind of here right now. It's right about ready to zoom in a little break. I guess I talked about it. I drew this line, right? Made it orange. Well, okay, yeah, it's breaking that downtrend and it has room to go to here, but it's not really flying like the other some of the other stocks. But it's up today. It's up 5% today. Yeah, it's going to be pushing right up against that resistance. So I guess I talked about it. I didn't think I did. Let's keep going. Hershey, Harley Davidson, they came out before the bell and reported great earnings. People are buying bikes. Isn't that crazy? So even with these interest rates and rising, uh, Harley's going to open up $4 today. It's almost going to be at a new high in this market. Can you imagine? Oh no, it's not. I'm looking like, okay, yeah, it's gonna kind of clips this recent high. Yeah, right at the 50. But that's just chop. But here's a little head and shoulders as well, right? Shoulder, head, shoulders, right. And you're just seeing that in so many stocks. You're seeing that um head and shoulders, just bullish type patterns, and since it's so many, you almost got to go with it. All right, let's look at Honeywell. Honeywell's going to report. Did they report already? Before the bell. I don't know what they did. Let's find out and see where the stock is at. No, it must not have been good because they closed at 206 and they're going to open at 199. So they down, what was that, 3%, 2% or something like that. Yeah, but look, it was sitting there at almost an all-time high. So starting a little downtrend right here, that's what I'm saying. So these stocks, they was pushing up against that. We saw Starbucks about to do the same thing, and it's just maybe a little ahead, just ran a little bit too much, especially now that that switch might be happening. And I don't know what earnings was about, but it's not gonna pop. So there's Honeywell, and we talked about MicroStrategy reports today. It's going to be nothing. Nothing's going to be there because they're a Bitcoin company. So who cares if they're selling software, not selling software? It ain't even going to matter. But let me see what they doing in pre-market anyway. They're up, man. So closed at 267. They're going to open at 277. We talked about this the other day, man. Oh, this is about to explode. I almost want to buy a call on this. They're so expensive. Let's say you just go 43 days out. I mean, you're gonna pay, for the at the money, you're gonna pay $2,000 for that. 2,200. I would love to buy some leaps in this. And let's say you go a year out next January because Bitcoin is flying. It's gonna be 5,000. I'm at the money. So 51. That means it needs to go to 8, 9, 10. It needs to go to $330 for you to break even. And then up from there, right? It will be profits. That's by January. Of course, if it continues to go up, the option will be making money. But if you just hold it to expiration, it better be over 330. Okay. But yeah, look at that, man. Consolidation, breakout. And if Bitcoin really does its thing, this thing could be a double, triple, I wanted it in. I was looking at this thing when it was down here, when it was at the 140, and I thought about going all in on MicroStrategy. I just didn't like the way it was trading. I just didn't. But so look, it's early. Stochastic is not out yet, still down here. We'll see what they say today. I don't really think it's gonna matter as long as this thing just follows the price of Bitcoin. So up, down, whatever. It's just now coming out, right? So, and you can see the breakout of all these techs. They just all showing this bullishness. So that my list is changing. All right, so I'm still scrolling through. We talked about Qualcomm. Let's talk about Ferrari. Race before the bell. So they already reported. It'll be the first time that I talked about Ferrari. Let's see. New people in here. What's up? Virgo Life. Just curious, how are trucking broker stocks doing? We could look at those. Throw me some because I forgot. So we got Landstar, JB. What was it? What's that big one? CH Robinson, something. CH Robinson. Yeah, I'll pull those guys up. Let me pull up Ferrari real quick. See, here's another one pushing up the all-time. It's gonna open. Wow, damn! So people buying Ferraris in this market, babe. We could have bought one, but our lotto ticket we kind of lost. I thought we was gonna maybe check them out, do some test driving, but it didn't work out. So maybe next time. Anyway, but yeah, all time high. This thing is gonna open at all. It's gonna open at 265. It closed at 253. It's gonna open at 265. So obviously they had a good earnings report. So they're buying Harleys. They're buying Ferraris in the market with high interest rates. It's just interesting. CHRW, CH Robinson, I believe, almost at all time high. It's trending up. You know, when the market started tanking, well, I take that back. What was that, the weekly? Monthly. Yeah. When the market started tanking, who knows? You could have just put your money in CH Robinson and took a and take a break. Yielding 2.39%. Stochastic's not, it looks like it wants to go higher from here. It's opening. Did they report today? Because it's 102 and it's getting ready to open at $97. It's going to open $4 lower. But I don't like any of these stocks anymore. I gotta say, I like tech stocks. I like the stuff that was beaten down to the ground because these are the stocks that's going to possibly move higher. So this stock has been rocking and rolling, doing its thing. And I just think it's time to swap out. But let's look at JB Hunt. Look at almost all-time high. You guys are making money out there, ain't you? So 195, it's going to open at same. It's going to open flat, but that's pushing up right up against the highs. So, you know, hold on to it or kind of rotate out a little bit. There's the bell. The stock market is open. Landstar, LSTR. Is that Landstar? All-time high. Just look at Schneider. Is it SNDR? All-time. Wow, Schneider's got a nice little cup and handle going. All right, so out of all of them, I know I'm talking trucking, but you got the cup. Can you see the cup? And then the handle, right? On a monthly, that's going to be a strong breakout. So after all of those charts that I just seen, I like Schneider. All-time high. I was with them when they IPO'd right here, and that was like 17. So all these time they're up 56%, right? Not bad. I mean, if you bought way back there, but they looks like they're getting ready to break out. You know, it's not like it's tomorrow, by the way. This is a monthly chart. I'm showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, showing 6 years right here. So just picture it break out. You'll have a strong candle, a big green body candle, maybe push it up to 30 or so, and then slowly grind a little bit higher. I think they pay a yield too, 1.17. So Schneider's looking good. Did I miss anything? Virgo Life, any other stock? Let me see. I'm trying to think. We talked about, see, there's another big broker out there. What's that one stock, that big trucking company that was like taken over for a while? I think they do a lot of brokerage as well. Can't think of it. But bottom line, the truckings are doing good. Let's look at the Dow Jones Industrial, the transportation average. Let's go. Come on. DJT. And we looked at this the other day. So this is even near the stochastic. Yeah, it's not bad. It's right there in the middle of the range. Not overbought, not oversold. In the uptrend, right there in the middle of the range. You might even be able to hang out in here. Let's look out FedEx. FedEx, I think, got crushed. But yeah, it's turned around. You know, so these are the stocks that I like more than some of those ones poking at the all-time highs. I still like Schneider good. I like that pattern on them. Let's look at UPS. UPS is in a downtrend. It's, you know, it's right there. It looks like it's getting ready to break to the upside. It's at that decision area, right? You're either going to break through or you're going to break down, right? So let's keep an eye on that. Right now, it would be a sell because it did it here, right? Did it, and it should do it here. It's got to prove itself. One of the things that messes me up all the time, I like getting in stocks right there. I want to be in it for the pump, but that proves to be wrong all the time. You get a candle like this and you're wrecked, So you want to wait. You want to wait for it to break out, and you could actually sell there, and then your stop will be above the high, above this high. But sometimes if it breaks out, it breaks out hard, and you could be down 10% overnight. But UPS is 187 and it's opening at 187. So I take it back. The market is open. So I don't know what it closed at, but it's 187 now. Let's look at Meta. Remember I said it was going to sell off at the beginning. Let's see if it's doing that. It's at 180. Look at the minute chart. Yeah, and there it is. So opened and it's coming down. Looks like it opened at 183 and it's at 180. It opened above that resistance area. But you know what? It is up 18% right now. I think they were saying it was the biggest move in 10 years for Meta. All right. Let's look at JRH. Let's go back to Tesla, see this thing holding on. Yeah, Tesla is up 3%, just doing its thing. Tesla opened up high. Yeah, they're not really selling it off. There's another gap. Is it going to fill? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Tesla is going to move right above that resistance area right there. It looks like it's probably safe to call that it's going to clear it. And, I'm showing this the next one, but I guess there's one right here. Kind of right here. It's not lining up with that. About 200, basically. Let me go back to my list. Then I'll go ahead and end it because then I'm going to start working on some Apple videos. I'm going to do a video for each one of the Google, Apples, and Amazon. Say what I think is going to happen. Oh, yes, Schneider did report today. They reported before the bell. And it's up 3%. Let me see. I didn't even see that. Yeah, Schneider. Stanley Black and Decker. Oh, yeah, y'all don't see what I'm looking at. Let's go to U.S. Steel. That's the last one, letter X. See what's happening there. Letter X. All-time high. Yeah, we looked at Nucor. No, it's not all-time high. Wow. It's just all over the place. Sitting right at resistance. It's in the channel. I mean, and I got this one right here. So I'm going to have to say... sell. Disclaimer say sell, sell, sell. You're like, why sell? Nucor and Steel Dynamics is ripping, but I don't know. Every time it hit the top of the range, it went back to the bottom of the range. I don't know what happened there. We just call it a fake breakout. And then, it's just, it's right in that area again where it starts to go down. So if, I don't know, let me see. Here's a high at the top. It went to 30.57. So maybe you can get in above 30.57 because maybe if it clears that, a close above that, maybe it'll work its way up to this $37. Yeah, they'll never go up to here, I don't think. I remember those days. But yeah, see, this is what it does for your portfolio. Nothing. And that's why I don't really like the steals. Well, except for Nucor. It's just that's your portfolio balance. If you kind of own in that, you really got to trade this one. When it's up, sell it. When it gets low, buy it. Up, sell it. Low, buy it. Up, sell it. And whatnot. So let's look at the indices real quick, and then I'll call it a wrap. Is that you coughing, babe? Okay, I thought someone was at my door. Howard Q's is up 2.2%. Wow. And look at the stock. I'm in the monthly now. Look at the stock. It's just now coming out. It's still early. That's what I'm saying. Is a lot of people's gonna be jumping into it's still early. They was so oversold. So oversold. There's the breakout. Breakout off that. Remember I said it was a double area? So much happening here. You got the inverse head and shoulders breaking out. You got the downtrend breaking out of the downtrend. And you got the horizontal resistance breaking out. So many things is happening there. So I really like tech. It's not even giving you that chance to pull. It's not giving you that chance to buy it. It's just like, oh. Then that's what happens, man. You'll miss it. You wait for the pullback. All right, I'm gonna wait for the pullback, and the next thing is up 2%. Then the next day is up 2%. So sometimes if you just want to get in, you just gotta buy a little, just kind of keep nibbling in there. See what's happening to SPY. But wow, man, it's break. That's a lot of action. Look at the SPY. I talked about this yesterday, and that's starting to break out. It's up 0.7%, right? Breaking out of that resistance. It kind of reminded me of 2018 level. And this look at that, man. It's I don't really like that stochastic, but right there, it's just consolidation starting to break out. And the volume's not there yet, and the stochastic's not really looking the way I like it to look. But it's breaking out. It's trying to break out. And then let's look at the Dow. I think the Dow is going to look a little different. I forgot what the Dow ETF is. Is it Dow? No, it ain't Dow. Let me just pull up the index, I guess. The Dow is God, I used to trade it all the time. I call this the bullhorn, the megaphone. The megaphone pattern. You know, it's not doing its thing, but the Dow is down. See that? 190. Wow, what a market. Q Tech is up 2.22%. S&P is up 0.7%. And the Dow is down 0.5%. Sounds like rotation, right? Rotation. Well, yeah, let's get out of these. Let's get into those because these are at the highs, right? And those are at the lows. So that's what's happening. Is it sustainable? It could just be a today thing. Or could it be a monthly, yearly, or would it basically, I think, I'm going to tell you what I think. This is when other people don't do it. I think it goes all the way into April to selling may go away. I think it's sustainable to up to that area. Not that we're going to be ripping every day up to, that's impossible. But you know, the trend basically starting to move a little higher. I think we'll get another little rip when they raise the debt ceiling, right? I think that's the next thing that's kind of sitting out there. But if they don't and stocks get wrecked, I think that's the time to you could start buying. But yeah, just rotating out. Nothing wrong with these stocks here. It's just the other stocks are better. You know, so, and I think that's what we're seeing. Look at the stochastic crossing, right? Crossing over to be bearish. You don't want to see that happen. It happened here. Right? And look what happened. It's happening here. And we can kind of see that happening now. It happened here. You see what happened. Right? So crossing over. Get out of the Dow stocks. And ride that technology wave. Oh man, I just can't see it going like to ballistic. You know, people get ahead of themselves, but it's already been a nice big rally. And we'll see how much longer it can go. C.H. Robinson, thanks. Yeah, I talked about it. You said you're closing your Tesla call Deborah spread today. I'm worried about everything crashing. Why tomorrow? Why not today? You know, we looked at the Dow, right? The Dow was kind of coming out. Basically, I was just talking about the rotation, but why tomorrow? Because it's Friday. Tesla cross one. I think Tesla's going to that. What did I say? 200? The next area? But I don't know. This is a like a rally like spark here. All right, here. You've been trading Tesla pretty good, so I ain't telling you what to do. I'm just gonna give you my thoughts. If Amazon and Google and what's the other one? Damn, Amazon, Google, shit, that's reporting today. And Apple, if they come out and it's powerful stuff, you're gonna miss another 10% in Tesla. But basically, they're gonna be moving the market tomorrow, and anything in the queues will be along for the wave. So if they got the ball right. If they go down, the market's going down. Especially if Apple, it'll be interesting if Apple goes down tomorrow and the rest of tech still goes up. That would be actually a bullish sign to me. Because Apple's, has everything. It's the top stock. So oh, your order got filled. You're out. Yeah, Tesla crossed 190. But hey, you never go wrong taking a profit, as they say. Like I said, I'm in it for the long term. I'm not selling ever, ever. I wouldn't even think about it until it's in this area right here. I'll just wait, let it gyrate, and it's got to come up here, at least to the bottom of this. Here, let me clear this out. Watch this. And then this line right, oh shit, this line right here, kind of that head and shoulders, or maybe this is a better line. Yeah, I like it to here. Not saying it's going straight like it's gonna moon to there, and then once it gets to this area, there'll be some resistance here, but I think it'll actually clip. I think it'll actually clear through it. But at least, somewhere in this area, right? So look at the volume, man. Look at so stochastic. Look at the volume on the monthly that just ended last month. That's almost just it's crazy. You can't almost it's like, damn, it's already up 100%. Last time we had volume like that was here, and it was a pullback, sure did. But then it just catapulted. But yeah, I'm in it for the long. I own those 2-year leaps, the 30 leaps. So hopefully they doing well. If stock is up, they trade about 100 delta. So I should be up pretty nice. Meaning 1-for-1 with the stock. But yeah, man, you don't go broke taking a profit. What's up, anybody? Oh, so I don't know. Just got a couple people up in here, man. I'm gonna try to keep dropping these videos. I hope y'all like the content. If y'all can like, share, because I want to be that. I'm gonna drop a video on why I got out, and it was just being totally 100% up to here, frustrated that I really wasn't getting no traction. If you go by my videos, because I think I do pretty well. I think I do as well as the next guy. But if you just scroll down, scroll, go hit my video link and just scroll. And I've been doing it for 3 years. And go to the other channel. Remember, this is Dre Trades too. Go over there and scroll. And I just can't get the traction. And I just got frustrated. And I figured I'd go out on a high note. That last video, I called the market. I called the downturn. I was telling you, sell. I had Deborah here saying, sell. So I was just like, man, it was the new year as well. And I was just like, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a break and just see. So I dropped that Tesla video, and then YouTube actually put it on their homepage. Man, I got a lot of traction on that. They put it on the homepage. They rocked me for about 24 hours. And that was nice. And I'm trying to figure out why that video. I did Tesla videos before. It didn't have good. It had average click-through rate. It had average audience retention on it. I just don't. Why that video? Why did that video get picked up and not some of the other ones? I don't know. That was just weird. I still can't figure out how it works. It started off slow, and then it got picked up by Google's homepage, and then it started skyrocketing. It's like 2,500 views on that thing. I picked up over 50 subs on that one video, and that never happened before. And it's all because I was on the homepage. Now that happens with other people. Why me now, and how come not me then? That's So those are the things. Just being frustrated. Of why I got out. I'm gonna do actually a separate video on that. I did a video before, but that was the real reason. It wasn't because I lost any money or anything like that. It was just frustrated because it takes time. It takes a lot of time. Well, I like doing it too, but it takes. That's why I'm just dropping these videos late. I actually missed it. You saw my tweet? I said, yeah, it's been so long. I'm dropping so many videos. I'm busting out a lot of videos. I guess I was backed up. Something like that. I don't think it was funny. But yeah, I do miss it. I miss it. Yeah, you said being big can get ugly. They going after Chris. Yeah, but he's big, right? I remember him. He was kind of fraudulent though, wasn't he? If I remember right, he's like fake. Doesn't he got like fakeness going on? I remember that name. But nah, I'm not talking about necessarily being big. No, yo, I get no views. So I'm not talking. Look, there's only two people in here. You guys are solid. There's only two people. So I get no views. You know what I mean? So that's frustrating. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I appreciate you. Like it's two people. Usually it's you and my girlfriend who'll be right here. She's solid. So yeah, I'm not necessarily looking to be like that. I'm just give me some love. I had EMIP TV. I did photography. I was one of the first photographers on YouTube. I was probably like the fifth photographer on YouTube. All of YouTube. That's how I've been doing it since 2011, I think. And I got pretty good traction on that. But then it stopped. It's like I plateaued. And then everyone was surpassing me that I thought even sucked. It's like, so that you got to throw that frustration in there as well. And then I just basically got tired of that. I was dropping some. I still get a lot of views on those videos. I'm still answering comments on those videos. And then trucking, I got good traction on, but I just left trucking. And then stocks, man. I love stocks. I love photography. It's so easy to make stock videos because you're just talking about what you feel and what you know. Photography videos, you got to set up. You got to do things. You might have to do a little research, maybe a new camera drops. You got to learn about it. It's like a lot of work behind the scenes dropping photography videos. So you only could talk about. I started like, hey man, this is how you use a lens cap. You just start getting dumb. Yeah, this is how you put your strap on. You want to use this strap, not this strap. And you just run out of content, man. There's only so much you could talk about with photography, I feel. You just got to, but with stocks, man, it's dynamic. It's changing constantly, right? I can go back to those same stocks we looked at and something else could be going on. And so you can always just drop videos. So I like it, but I was one of the first. There was this guy on Stock Twits. I forgot what he was saying. And it's come like, I'm an OG. So I pulled up my profile. I've been on Stock Twits since 2010. And then I was like, yo, who's up in here since 2010? 12 years on the platform. I was one of the first ones over there. Huh? 13. She corrected me. And they can't, you can't compete. I've been doing this a long time, so that's what it just gets frustrating when you see people come out the closet. They open up their Robinhood account, start talking about stocks, and they blowing up. So you see what I'm saying? It's just like, it's like, okay, what am I doing wrong, or whatever. But hey, man, that's for another video. I know I can still drop that video because there's only 2 people watching right now, and they're not going to even, anyone that watches this video is not going to bring it over to the, what minute mark am I at? The hour 8-minute mark. They'll probably hang around for 6 minutes. That seems like about the average. Anyone goes a little longer than that, they like you. Anyway, all right, so that's what's up. Good luck on your Tesla. You've been training it well, though. You're making your snipes. I forget, what is that called, man? Why is this? Gosh, it's like I said, I forgot the word on that last video, and then I remembered as soon as I stopped the video. Now I'm forgetting the word again. No, no, you just kind of just get a little piece of the action. Anyway, no, no, I'll think about it the next video. I'm moving this mouse around. I don't know what else. All right, so thanks for watching, y'all. Good trading, and like I said, watch the videos. I'll drop a couple of videos about Google, Amazon, and Apple. Let's see what happens. Scalping. There it is. Gosh, I don't know how I forget that term. Yes, man, you scalping. You scalping pretty good, man. You got a good feel for it. I suck at it. I don't even try it. So but that's it. I could feel it. Like, let's say I sat here and talked about Meta. I said, man, Meta's going down soon as it opens. And let me see where it's at today. Right now. Oh, it's holding it. But I would have made maybe a little bit of money right here. But and then look, it went right to that resist. So now support, right? Resistance is now support. It's hanging up above that. I thought it would actually go through. Wow, it is holding that 19% increase. That's what I'm saying. It's early. It's early. It's just turning. You could actually get in Meta. Remember, they're going to be supported, but is it an $80 billion buyback? Let me Google that real quick. See if I can pick it up. Let me see. Meta buyback. 40 billion. Yeah, so they're going to do a $40 billion buyback. So you got a little support there, like a built-in put. You know, you're probably okay. And just people that want to rotate back into it, they see Snap sucks, right? So Snap is out the picture. So it's this and TikTok. And if TikTok goes away, Facebook's going to an all-time high. I'm telling you. I don't think they're going to pull back Facebook. If they were to move if they were to get rid of TikTok, if they were to get rid of TikTok, I don't think it'll happen until after the election. Then they be in that they don't give a F mode and it's gone. You know, so yeah, I think we at least got another 2 years on that if they gonna do. But yeah, as you see, the governments are abandoning it locally, and a lot of local governments and federal governments, and then, you know, next thing you know, I think the election will happen, and if the Democrats win, if the Republicans win, it might stick around, but if the Democrats win, I think it's gone. Anyway, but that's my opinion. It still might stick around, or there'll be change where it's like United States now. United States bought it or something like that, or the U.S. version, or, you know, like Binance US, it'll be like TikTok US. You know, I don't know. Anyway, that's it. So I'm gonna get ready to go. Thanks for helping me out with the scalping. And happy scalping. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. This is an hour. It seemed like it was a long hour and 12 minutes, man. Appreciate it, though. I had fun. And I'll be back. I'm going to probably do a live later. I don't know. I'll see y'all later, man. Peace.